Okay. So we have very less doubts today. So कोई यार जिनके डाउट्स हैं वो आ गए हैं, कैसे पता चलेगा?
नेम
पता
लेना
नहीं।
चाहिए था ना गूगल फॉर्म में।
अनोनिमस डाउट्स रखे हैं।
Yeah, so am I audible, right? Hello.
हाँ ऑडिबल।
ऑडिबल शुरू कर।
First question, what is the difference between display block, display inline and display inline block? So, firstly, display block means that in display block, everything is displayed in a new line. All the margins and paddings, left, right, top, bottom, everything is considered. And if two elements are in display block, then the second element starts in a new line after the first one. Then coming to display inline, in display inline, your top left, bottom right margins and paddings are not considered, and it is displayed without rendering the top left, bottom right margins. And the third one is display inline block, which is combination of block and inline. In inline block, the top and bottom margins and padding is rendered, but the left and right paddings and margins are not considered. So basically, remember that. Boom.
If you actually want to understand the difference between them, just go over to a text editor, type h1 tag to the first, type 3 h1 tags. For the first one, assign a display of block. For the second one, assign a display of inline block. For the third one, inline, and the third one inline block. And then just apply a border to the h1 tag. Then you'll automatically understand what is the difference.
Basically, yeah, basically a block. नहीं जरूरत नहीं है. Basically, in display block, all the four sides, all the four directions margin and padding is considered. In inline, no margin and paddings are considered, whereas in inline block, top and bottom are considered, but left and right margin and paddings are not there. Can you please give a quick recap of CSS stuff which was taught yesterday? Nice.
Okay, box model. Okay, so collecting all the things, we studied box model. After that, we also saw pseudo selectors. See, these two were the main things, I guess. In a box model, we saw like what are the main components of a box model, right? So as Praveen told, in the center we have our content. All right. Outside the content, we have a padding. After the padding comes our border, and after the border comes our margin. So you can basically understand it like this: margin is the spacing between two different elements, right? Like if you wanna have more space between two separate elements, you need to increase the margin. Whereas if you want to have space, or if you want the content to be displayed spaciously, which means the border, and then there is a fair amount of space, and after that the content starts. That's padding. So
Inspect element कर एक बार. Inspect element करके show them the box model का diagram.
yeah, sure. So in this page only I can show you. See, right here. इस पे दिखा दूँ क्या?
Control Shift I कर देना किधर भी.
राइट क्लिक उस पे वो अच्छा हाँ चल से ठीक है इमेज
Go down. Yeah, so basically this is your box model. The center part has your content in which the size is written currently. That renders your content, whichever is written in that element. Then comes your padding.
I hope it's visible clearly now.
Yeah.
All right. As he told, this one is our content. This is the padding, border, margin, and then the outer space.
The position, like if you have given position absolute and you're absolutely placing your element on the page, then that will display your numerical value of your position in pixels. So box model basically there is also one other application of box model. Just a minute.
And one another thing, don't think that you are only allowed to like change. For example, this padding, you are allowed to change padding as a whole. No, there are various options. You can only change the top padding or the bottom padding or the left padding. Similarly with margin as well. Top margin, bottom margin, left margin. You can do it separately as well and as a whole as also.
And using inspect element, you can also change the content of the web page temporarily and just show them some example, change some
Yeah,
example.
sure. Yeah. One second. Okay,
Just
so
change the text of Gmail or
yeah,
Google
for
to
one
Hack
second.
Club.
Yeah, one second.
Um,
One second, you can find the heading. Okay, yeah, so it is GP. It's an image actually. Okay, so I'll change anything, right? Wait.
समझ गए हाँ देख ली समझ गए दिख रहा है लाइट है वो
Okay. This one.
हमको
Let's
नहीं
see, I'll add some text over here. All right, I'll add
Ansh is
some.
the
Hello,
background. Ansh,
background
Yes,
noise.
yes.
Ansh,
Mute कर दो, mute कर दो.
Okay.
म्यूट कर दे. निखिल स्क्रीन शेयर कर रहा है.
Go access them.
अरे
हाँ मैं देता हूँ एक्सेस. कहाँ गया.
Meanwhile, guys, if you have other doubts, you can start asking in the chat box if you have not asked in the Google form.
हाँ निखिल तेरे को दे दिया स्क्रीन शेयरिंग राइट्स.
Oh, sorry, मैं mute हो गया. Is my screen visible?
हाँ
Yeah.
yes screen visible.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
so I'll
like
change this. Wait a second. Maybe.
using inspect element, you can see how the web page is built, and you can see the structure of the HTML documents. And on the top, you see the structure of HTML document, and down you can clearly see the CSS they have.
So see, I've changed this YouTube, which was written here, to my name.
The
Nikhil.
change,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so you can change anything on the web page, but that will be
But
temporary.
once you reload the page, then it will go back to what it was previously.
See,
Once you reload, it becomes YouTube again.
YouTube again.
Next out, Ansh.
I think someone asked something in the chat box, I guess.
Yeah, no, that is clarified. The
Okay.
inline. Can we use Python for backend development of an HTML page?
What happened?
Shanak?
Hello.
Hello. निखिल मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ आ रही है. I think Shaunak का नेट गया होगा.
Okay, no problem. So can we use Python for backend development of HTML pages?
Yeah, sure you
why
can.
not? Sure, you can use. See,
There are
various frameworks. Okay, Nikhil, go on.
there are frameworks like Flask and Django, which you can use to build the backend of a website or a web app. But that is some complicated stuff, so don't get into that right now. Just try to learn some basic HTML.
Okay, and before that, somebody has asked, can you just tell me what any important stuff was discussed or not? So you can go and check out our videos of the recording that we have uploaded on our YouTube channel. The links are separated in WhatsApp groups. You'll get an easy access to each and every session that we have had. Okay, so can you teach about UI or UX designing? See, we had some burning session regarding this in our group today. So basically UI designing, it's like, it is right, there are designers for UI separately, but right now being a student, you have to do that as well, and you have to explore and more on that particular field, right? along with
Just
that
like
designing. Yeah.
take inspiration from a website and try to build that first. Once you're comfortable with that, you can build your own UI or UX.
There are numerous templates on Bootstrap, and there are numerous websites. If you just search, if you just search good websites or something like that, you'll get numerous templates. Just study them and try to figure out what all components that they have used and how you can code them. That'll be designing. Great.
Can you teach about UI UX designing? So UI stands for user interface.
We took that. We took that. Okay. That's
That is done. Okay.
next one.
Does anybody in particular have any Git or GitHub doubts? If you have, can you just unmute yourself and speak?
Excuse me, I have a doubt.
Yeah, go on.
I accidentally add a fork to some repository. How can I unfork that repository?
Okay, so where did you fork that repository from? Just a second.
Sorry everybody for this internet issue.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So I was in the skill batches, right? Okay, is my voice audible?
Okay.
Everything is perfect, right?
Yeah. I presented for some time while you were gone.
Okay, I think someone is trying to speak.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I don't know. I can hear like two noises at the same time, but someone is saying something and I just lost. You guys can unmute yourself and speak, then it'll be better. If it's not an issue with you
Someone
guys
was
to
asking about forking and stuff, right?
Yeah, I know. I heard like two voices, and after that, whoever was asking about forking, can you just unmute yourself and ask your doubt again?
Yeah, I forked some repository like accidentally. So I didn't want to fork it. So I want to unfork it. How do I do that?
Okay,
See,
so
I
go
saw
to-
your that YouTube for Git you posted in WhatsApp. No, I also searched there. I can't find that. So I am asking you.
See, when you fork a repository, it comes to your own repo. It comes to your own
With my
GitHub
name,
profile,
with
right?
my ID.
So you can go over to your profile and delete that repo. So it will automatically unfork that.
I saw something like I didn't have some repo. It says like that. We go to general settings, like profile, something like down to settings. I saw like repositories. I go to there to delete repositories. They told like any repo you didn't join any repositories like that. I think it's like fork means it will do like something else. That's why I'm asking.
No. I think it should get deleted. I did that too when I was learning it. I did that accidentally, but I deleted my own forked repository and it got unforked.
Okay.
Try that again. I think it should work.
Okay.
and
Thank you.
if
Thank
you
you so much.
can, if that still doesn't work, take a screenshot of it and post it in whichever group you're a part of, and
Okay.
tag @coolpants. He'll be able to help you.
I have another doubt. Like you told, like you have to build some digital portfolio. If I am with like HTML and CSS, I can build like basic. No, yeah, it not. It should be not like very good. It can be basic. I am asking like that.
Yeah, it's okay. You can make it very basic also, but we just want that after the end of the workshop, there should be some takeaway for you. It's not like you're just coming here, sitting for 5 days, and then just leaving without that. We just want to see if you have actually put in some hard work into this workshop. That is why we are asking all of you to build something. And we request like don't copy what sir is exactly doing. Try making something of your own.
Okay, I will give my best.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear
Yeah.
you.
So my doubt is, so how do we submit it? I mean, because we are opening using our own folders, right? So how will it be accessible to you?
Okay, so sir will teach you how to host your website on the last day. That is on Saturday. Sir will teach you how to host your website. So
Okay.
all of you can host it on Saturday. and there might be issues where you might not be able to host it or some. In case you guys are not able to host it or something like that, we'll be there to help you, and we'll keep the Google form for submitting your websites open up to Sunday night. Up to Sunday night 12 p.m. we'll keep it open. So whoever submits till then will get your certificates. I mean, will get their own certificates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, let's just focus on Google Docs first, and then we can also take doubts from the coming audience.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, let's just finish that. Put the text top or bottom left corners.
And skip हो गया, I guess.
No, we did Linux one. Oh no, we didn't. Okay. Yeah, no, we didn't do it. I guess sudo PHP.
Okay, someone raised this doubt yesterday as well. I just want to know, why do you need this sudo PHP command? I don't get it. Because this is basically for Linux, I guess. And if you're running on a Windows, why do you need this?
Is there someone who has this doubt in the lobby? Please unmute yourself and tell us.
Okay, maybe he hasn't joined
I
today.
don't think the person is there. Okay, let's move on to the next one. How to put your text in top or bottom left corners as the alignment only shows. Okay. So see, there are various ways to style your page. There is an option of position, right? Okay, Nikhil, should I tell them position right now?
What? I
Just
didn't.
show them the W3 Schools link,
Yeah.
where it shows how to position your text.
I don't think Sir covered that yet. So I think Sir will cover it today.
Maybe. Okay, let's just give them a quick overview. See,
Yeah.
position property allows you to place your element anywhere on the page with some measurements and some. Hello, what? Hello.
Hey, you're audible.
Okay. So, see, with some correct measurements, some correct sizes, you can position your particular element anywhere on the page, whether the top corner, in the middle, between somewhere, bottom, anywhere. You just need to remember these 5 values that we assign to this particular property, which is position. All right. We can, see, discussing each and everything written over here won't be easy for you as well. So I would just like to talk about only one thing, which is relative. All right, which will clear your doubts for this kind of thing. Position relative gives you the freedom to adjust your, not only relative, actually absolute as well, but with relative, it's much easier to position your element okay, wait, see. It's better if I show you. Okay, so try it yourself. All right. See, you can see, is the screen visible first of all? Is the screen visible? W3 Schools?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So you see, position has relative value, and this is a green div, which is going to move. Okay, so it says left 30 pixel, which means from left, take a distance or take a the space should be of 30 pixel. All right, let's change it and let's see what happens. Let's make it 60 pixels. All right, let's run. Did you notice the change? The div got shifted 30 pixels towards the right, which means whatever value you give here, that amount of space will be given from that particular direction. There are 4 directions: left, right, up and down, top and bottom actually. So you can actually place this div anywhere with the proper values of this particular thing. All right, see, don't think that it's only left, right, top and bottom. It's actually everywhere. For example, top 100 pixel. All right, top 100 pixel. Let's run this. See this. Left also 100 pixel. Run. See, your div is moving everywhere on the page. You see that?
Ansh, I
Yes.
think it's enough for now.
Yeah. You can just explore this particular topic.
Yeah. Whenever you run into a doubt or something, try exploring W3 Schools. It is enough for your basic doubts stuff.
One-line servers.
Do you mean online servers? Like
Yeah,
one
actually,
line.
online server.
I thought it's one line service. Okay. What do you want to know about online service? It's a very like broad topic.
Is the person who posted this doubt in the lobby? Hello? No, isn't. Okay, so please find time to let us know more about your doubt regarding this topic. So, web portfolio, website. So, who's going to answer this? Nikhil, Sonik?
So web portfolio to website building, will there be any change in transition, or is it like they're exactly the same thing? See, web portfolio is like for your own achievements and stuff, what you have done in your past life and what you have achieved till now. Website building is a different thing because that requires maybe of building a professional website. So you'll need a different UI for that. But if you're building for your own portfolio, you can do anything you want, basically. There's not much
Basically,
difference. You'll use the
yeah,
same thing,
exactly.
but
Like the tech stack needed for both of them is same, the languages that you'll need and stuff.
So, it's basically the same as it was. You just have to use some more concepts in proper website building. Okay, so I guess the form doubts are over. Let's move on to the chat ones. Venus. You guys can see the chat box, right? Nikhil, Shonik? Okay, they're answering as well. Okay.
what are we gonna cover today, Ansh? What is the host
Um,
gonna cover today?
I guess Praveen said more of CSS only, right? Because we haven't seen much aspects of CSS, much important aspects of CSS, like I guess floating and basically this position thing,
Position thing, right?
right? Yeah, we haven't seen that. So I guess we'll see more of CSS today. And as you were saying, we will do some work as well. Okay, so this I guess this Prashant A, is it out clear? Like coding part exactly the same. Yes, the coding is
Yeah,
more or
he
less the
said.
same. Yeah, you just need to
Yeah, he said.
use. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, any more doubts? Any more things? You can unmute or you can use the chat box. Okay.
I don't honestly. I don't think so. You should learn SAS so early, even if he teaches you. Honestly speaking, because SAS is a bit more complicated, a lot complicated than normal CSS and stuff.
If you are
So I don't.
already comfortable with CSS, then
Yeah,
you might as well learn it by yourself.
yeah. But right now, I think you should avoid it. Maybe.
To get into web dev, the three most basic languages will be HTML, CSS, and JS. The three most basic needed languages to get yourself into web dev. By only learning HTML, you cannot properly make a website. So you need HTML, CSS, and JS.
Okay. If we are
So
not having any more doubts, or even if they come, we'll take care of them. I would like to know from students, like, is there any particular topic that they want to be addressed? You may please let us know. We can ask the speaker. Any particular topic that you might have heard somewhere, or you think should be, I mean, anything, if you have an idea, if you are feeling something like that. Or something that we have missed and you came across on the internet.
we would like to know your response regarding the workshop. Like, if you can give your honest
Yeah,
opinions about
feedback would
how the
be
workshop is
appreciated.
going. a quick feedback, like one line feedback would be enough for us to understand what is the flow of workshop and how much you are actually understanding from it. And expect at least some answers from it. Either unmute yourself and speak up, or you can even use the chat box. But try and answer, because we need to know at what rate to proceed. Like, if you all are understanding, we can cover maximum stuff in. I tried to
I
position my
think
text
so.
using
It's
the.
going pretty fine. Like I had the basic idea of CSS and HTML beforehand, so it seems a bit boring at some places because I know these things a little bit. Otherwise, I think so it's going kind of good.
Who is
Yeah,
speaking?
exactly.
Who is speaking, by the way?
Nayan.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So I
already
had
told
the
that this
basic like
workshop is. Yeah, we told that this workshop is going to be extremely beginner friendly, and those who have no idea about web dev can also try and get into web dev.
Yeah,
Dhairya
so
Gupta, yes,
I
we
was
are.
actually doing
Yeah.
CSS like I started a month ago only, so it was like I just learned it, so I just know all these things. So yeah, it
Okay,
was
okay.
still like
Okay, I get that, but at the same time, you can see the chat box. One of your friend is saying something. So yeah, we need to take both the things into consideration, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Pratham Jaiswal, as he's saying, there are many more like him.
Dhairya Gupta is saying only the surface level stuff of everything. Yes, because you cannot expect anyone to teach you decent level web dev within a week. Uh, at least after attending this workshop, you'll have an idea of how to like what all technical stack is needed to get into web dev, and all the resources and mentorship, and you'll also get contacts like whom to contact if you're stuck or have any doubts related to that. You'll get the basic idea about everything, because it is not possible, even if we host like 2 hour workshop every day, it is not possible to teach each and every stuff. So we are providing you
One
with
thing,
resources. You just need to use those resources and get into the topics.
it's a request to anyone who is solving the doubts. Kindly mention the name of the students as we are getting a row of doubts. So, for example, Nikhil has cleared a doubt over here, and that belongs to Prashant. All right. I hope Prashant, you got the answer. So I just request the people who are answering the doubts kindly mention the name of the student that you are
Okay.
referring.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so Praveen S says, can you show me how to commit and push the code? Was this part not covered in the video that we shared? Getting to know
I think
Git.
Manak must have covered that.
Yes, that only I'm asking. Praveen S, have you watched that video, Getting to Know Git?
Yeah. Praveen, to commit and push your code, I'll just display my screen so that you can get to know how to do it. Yeah, just give me a second. I need to open CMD first.
Okay, till then, Manigandan, Ramasad. Yeah, Nikhil has answered. Okay, good.
Akhilesh is asking how to host a server on Git and make our web page public. You
I've
will learn
responded.
that on the last day, I guess. And yeah, to host a web page, you can also use GitHub, or you can also use Google Drive. Using your own Google Drive, also you can host web pages.
Cheat
Ashdeep
method.
Singh. Okay, Ashdeep Singh, as you say, when we will start working and building a portfolio, right now you're studying or you're learning how to do it. And once you're clear with all the basics and once you have all the idea about what all elements you need to include in order to build a particular web page, I guess Praveen will start giving tips about what to include and how to like properly code your portfolio, right? First of all, he's giving you an idea on how to code, and what to code will be told after you know actually how to code something.
Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Is that
it's visible.
visible?
So first, you go into the folder in which you want to actually put your thing. So over here, I'll just make a file. Okay, I think it's style. Okay, so
Touch
forget
is for
this.
Linux, I guess.
Yeah, I'm used to you. I mean, okay, I'm not sure.
It's okay.
So
It's okay.
I'll just add a folder here. So just for now, I'll just add a new folder here called temp2. So what you do is inside your parent folder, for me, my parent folder's name is temp. So first you write git init dot. So what happens is it initializes this folder as a git repository. Then you do git add dot. So the dot specifies all the files which are present in this particular folder. It will add all those files. Then you do git commit dash m, and then any message you can leave like first commit. And so after so now it said that there is like nothing to commit because my entire file is empty. So I think I'll have to add something into this. I'll just put one file so that there is something at least available. Okay, until I add the file, just continue clearing the doubts in the chats maybe.
Yes, so someone is asking if you are going to host further more seminars after this. Neil, would you like to tell them about all the workshops you're having after this?
Yeah, so we are going to be having workshops throughout the month of October. So our next workshop is happening on 16th, and it is an introduction to open source. Just keep a check on our Instagram page. Ansh, if you could just drop the Instagram link in the chat so
Also
that
the
everybody
LinkedIn.
can. Yeah,
LinkedIn link
also
also.
LinkedIn. Yes,
Yep, yep.
so just keep following our social handles and you'll get to know what workshops you're going to conduct throughout the month. For now, we have one workshop that is coming up on 16th, which is an introduction to open source. I'm not giving away much information about that right now, but you'll soon get to know about it. In 2 or 3 days, the entire information will be posted on our social media handles. So keep a check out there for now. And all our sessions, we are trying to keep it beginner friendly only so that you guys can come and learn. And once you get to know that you want to learn something, you can, develop on whatever you're learning. So that's all for now.
Any other doubts? You can keep asking. We still have like 8 minutes.
Yes.
Will you be doing a workshop on React.js?
Batao.
For now, we are not doing any workshop on React.js. Uh, our next workshop, so as I told you, our next workshop is on introduction to open source. After that, we have a workshop on Flutter, and post that we have another workshop on Python. Uh, Definitely, we'll keep React.js and React Native in mind, and we'll definitely try hosting those workshops as soon as possible because we'll do it. Don't worry about that.
Is cybersecurity one of the workshops?
Yeah, we are looking. The thing is, we are not we search for speakers. So once we confirm a speaker or something like that, we can definitely do a cyber security workshop or any kind of workshop that is actually required by students. We are trying to create as many opportunities for you guys as possible.
Right.
Okay, so I added another file into this. So I'll just come back to this. I'll clear your other doubts later. So git add dot and git.
Okay, we'll
commit.
also keep Django in mind. Okay, Django and cloud computing. Okay.
Okay. Ansh, if you could just note down the suggestions they're coming up with so that we can add it to our list of workshops. So added
Sure.
HTML file. So you see, I created a new file called new.html and I just put some random code into it. So next thing, the next command I have to write is git remote add origin. And if you go to your, I'll tell you, new share here. If you go to your GitHub, when you create a new repository on your GitHub, this is the setup that you get. Click on this icon over here. So this is the copy icon. Click on it, and head back to your command prompt and do Control Shift and V. And here you have initialized your Git repository. You have connected your local folder with that repository which is there on your Git. So next you do is git push origin master, and when you push, so it takes a while. I mean, I have bad internet connection.
Don't
so
worry, if you want paid workshops, we can do that as well.
Yeah, free. Yeah, I mean, we don't believe in taking money from you people for just doing a workshop, because that's that's
We
our
are not
motto.
authorized for that, right?
I mean, we are authorized, we can take money, but no, we don't want to do that. Okay, so this is the page that you get. So when I'll just reload the page. Can you see my GitHub desktop screen? I mean, my GitHub screen, my Chrome. Hello.
Yeah, it's visible. It's visible.
Okay. So as you see, when I do git push origin master, it comes here. I'll leave another link in the chat box so that you guys can just get to know how to exactly push and commit changes. Yeah, so if you want to get to know about our future workshops, just the only thing you have to do is keep a lookout on our on our social handles. We constantly keep posting it there. Yeah, Praveen will be here in 5 minutes. I just texted him. Yes, so Praveen will be joining in 2 minutes, guys. So until then, if you guys have any other doubts you want to ask or something like that, you can clarify, or else you can just sit and wait maybe.
So by the way, guys, just confirming, till now we have received 4 topics, right? Django, React.js, cloud computing, and information security.
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Please check.
Dash, what you told just now.
Was I even trying to speak anything?
Yeah, someone said something, but I just lost it.
It is here.
Oh,
Hey,
Praveen.
all.
Oh, yes, Praveen is here.
I'm here. Hi. Just give me few minutes. So a minute maximum. Okay, so today, Neil, can you make me the host? Sorry, co-host.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yep, I forgot about that.
Right.
Yep, I have made you the co-host.
Thank you. Oops. Been a bit crazy with the things. Hey, how is everyone? And let's jump into something awesome today. Okay, so first thing is today will be like a bit of what do you say this? We are going to go extremely fast because we'll be looking into we are having just half an hour, and we'll be looking into some magics as well. So the first thing which I will be looking into is like, what are all the different CSS types. Last day, yesterday, we saw about the display, different types of display properties. Today we will have a quick look of what floats do, and what positions do. Technically, I'm gonna ask you to watch a video which I did long back, so I'm sorry about that. The reason being, we just have half an hour and I wanted to show you some real magic. That's the reason. Okay, so with that being said, let me quickly share my screen. And before that, okay, Vatsal asks me a nice question. Why do you do this all things free? Can someone give me an answer for this? Ansh gave a nice answer. Yes, that's a good answer. Others, can someone help me with the answer? Why
Like
why do I do?
when we were in first year and when we joined as a fresher, we faced similar problems. We were extreme beginners and we had to pay for the workshops. And at the end, some of the people were satisfied and some weren't. So that is our motto for hosting these workshops. Hashtag free the workshop, and we try and do as many free workshops as possible.
That's a nice way of saying. Okay, I'll tell you the real reason why I'm doing these things free. First thing is, I'm looking into two things. Okay, very two things primarily, at least for India, South India, or the whole of India. Why South India, North India, and all? I'm from South India. That's why I said South India, because I haven't traveled in the North India. So I believe the same case is there in North India as well. So as India as a whole, currently the problem that we are facing is we are not getting quality education anywhere. So that's really a kind of like, I don't know what to say. Is it should I say it's a shame that we are not able to get the right education or the right way of doing things, or maybe a lot of people haven't got this opportunity. One more thing is like, when Neil asked me for doing this like a huge like a long session, I immediately accepted because there is a backstory. I wanted to join VAT, but because I didn't have money, I couldn't join. That's a different story. Or else I would have been a VATian. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So apart from this is nothing related to what I'm doing and why I'm doing, but this is just I wanted to say this. So the main thing is really two things. I'm striving really for two things in India with respect to education system. Number one, quality education for everyone, for free, most probably for free, because looks like our Indian people have a lot of people. There are a lot of people who are not even able to open internet. So if they want to see my video, even that is not possible at the moment, right? So that's actually a real shame. With respect to what is happening in India. Second thing is women in tech. So this is my personal experience. I'm from I won't say it's an orthodox family and all, but it's a it's what like a, I don't know how to say this. Potti potti valappanga. Someone who understands Tamil, can you make it in English? Um, can you translate that in English, please?
Pamper a lot.
Yeah, they pamper a lot. So with doing that, generally girls in my family at least, they won't even go outside to for if they are doing their education like engineering. That's a huge thing, that's a huge feat they have achieved. So I thought like, okay, something, yeah, conservative, that's actually a nice word as well. So thinking about all these things, okay, fine, they won't even won't send out only, no, they can see videos, right? So at least let me go into the YouTube channel, let's try starting something new, and then giving something for free, whether or not, without expecting anything, as long as someone is benefiting by that, I would be more than happy. So that is my main thing. And why am I doing this for free? I came here to the UK, to Leicester. Pepperapa, I had literally no clue. First day I went to the university, one professor, he's actually the director of MSc education, and he suddenly came to me and said, hey, are you all right? Okay, I truly believe that this guy should be having a doctorate degree, he should be like Dr. someone, he's Dr. Steven. But um, because of that, even though he's a doctor, why should he come to me and randomly asking, "Am I all right?" I was just thinking, like the way we talk to each other in Tamil, they used to say "Nalla irkingala," which means in English we say "How are you," but in Tamil we generally Tamil or in the local languages we say "Nalla irkingala," which exactly translates to "Are you all right?" So okay, there is no difference in the culture. Okay, so we are talking in Tamil, they are talking in we are talking in our local language, they are talking in English, exactly transliterated. Uh, and he's a director of MSc, and he has like literally no reason for coming down to that level and talking. So the culture is like extremely different. So getting used to this culture was a bit it was extremely hard for me, and learning things were all extremely hard. So a lot of people helped me in the first initial stages, like what would be the best way to survive in the UK, like literally survival. I can't even like go and talk to people. I don't know English, like to that level it was like that. And there were like the moment I came here first day, I didn't have anything because my dad said he will pay me for all the university accommodation and stuff. University accommodation, unlike in India, here university accommodation is the worst, like extremely costly. It is extremely posh, but extremely costly. So that's the reason I thought I would go for a private accommodation or something. But my dad knows that I'm the most irresponsible kid in the whole family, and I just met someone called Anna Malay in Facebook, and he said like just come over, I'll take care of everything. He didn't I don't know who he is. I didn't know what he is doing, what is his background, nothing I knew. He just said, just come over, I'll take care. That's it. With that one single word, I said, okay, I'm happy to come, blindly trust this guy and come. And with that being said, after coming here, he gave his bed to me and my friend. And for about like 2 weeks, he helped us like with food, accommodation, getting a new house, sorting out everything, initial money. I mean, who gives money for free? And obviously, I repaid them, and at least money I repaid them. But the love they showed to me for a stranger who they don't even know who I am, what is my financial status, or what is my anything. They don't know anything. That they just like they were group of students, um, around 6 people. They just gave every love possible. And when we had to leave for my home, they just said me one thing. So I asked them, how should I repay for all these things? Like I'm genuinely asking, like even though if I don't have much, I wanted to really repay. They just said, if you are in a position to help others, just go ahead, keep helping others. I still do that from that day onwards. It's been 7 years, and I feel so good helping others more than anything. So that's it. I don't want money, and because I'm good with like I have got a decent paying salary job, full-time job. I'm happy with that, and that's my backstory.
That was like really nice to hear before the session.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. Already I lost like a long time. Thank you. And okay. So first thing which I wanted to say is not being promotive or something, but since I don't have the time, I just wanted to share this. So this is the playlist I was talking about. So if you can quickly note this down. And in this, I am still not sure which part has that, what do you call this one? Okay, I keep forgetting things. Responsiveness. Sorry, CSS display floats and position. There should be something on the first few numbers, like before 5, it should be there. If not, I'll let Neil know. He might be able to spam you guys on which number of the thing it is. Okay, so look at that, and we will directly jump into today's magical journey. So what it is now, it is going to be about responsive design. So how many of you, I don't want to ask any questions. It's going to spam the whole thing. So what I'm going to say is, okay, I believe like half of them know what responsive design is, and many of them do not know what responsive design is. So for those people who do not know, let's go on. Okay. So if you see this, for example, let's take bootstrap.com itself. Okay. So get bootstrap.com. This is one of the extremely popular CSS framework available in the world, in the galaxy, Milky Way galaxy. So it is extremely good. I don't know why they are not paying me to tell all these things. I keep getting, I keep using this one for every single thing. Okay, okay, I can't even say, okay, Neil, can you
Yes.
tell one particular design from this? Which design is complicated, you think? Except the dashboard part, or else even if the dashboard, we will try it out. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
take the
we can try
dashboard,
the
right?
dashboard. Yep.
Yeah, dashboard is the complicated part. So if we open this dashboard, you can see that this view is a full screen desktop view, right? So if I try to reduce this view, it's going to do perfectly. Like, look at this, all these sizes, everything is getting perfectly aligned. So if I click on these things, it shows all these things. The left sidebar, left sidebar goes away missing now. Okay, so the search bar will come down full screen, sorry, full width, and then there is a sign out button, and other things are hidden. Now if I click on this, it shows all the dashboard and this thing. Okay, but still it is the same thing, right? So this behavior, that you write the code only once for desktop or for mobile or something like that. You write a code, and if it works seamlessly across desktop, mobile, what else is there? Watch. After this, you will be looking into more devices, that foldable, flexible thing. So those kind of devices, if it seamlessly shows the uh, display is really good, then yes, this is responsive. Cherry, you saw what exactly responsive design is. Responsive, actually, we will do some magic. Okay, so let me put jsbin.com. Now what I'm going to do is, see, for responsiveness, this particular line is very important. Meta name viewport, content width, device width. So this is something which is very, 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 very important. So don't remove this one. Okay, now coming back to inside. So since due to the time difference, we'll directly go into Bootstrap itself. So what I wanted to show you is Bootstrap is one of the awesomematic tool for building responsive designs. There are also GUIs to build as well using Bootstrap. But what I would suggest is learn Bootstrap from the basics so that you can you can build something responsive. Even my website is Bootstrap based. If you see the view page source, you can clearly see all these things are like, it has a container arrow, call MD8. So this is using like old version of Bootstrap, I guess. I don't even remember. It's been 7 years since I built this. Sorry, 4 years maybe. Bootstrap, 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 Bootstrap. Not this one. Old theme. These are all this one. Bootstrap, man. Right, Bootstrap 3. Now we are in Bootstrap 4.5. So this is old version of Bootstrap. So you can see almost all these things are built using Bootstrap. Look at the code. It is very simple. Like if you see this, you have like all simple divs, simple classes, all these things. Most of the classes are based on Bootstrap based. Okay, so Bootstrap is that powerful. So whatever, even a basic stupid website that can be converted into a Bootstrap website will have like decent look. At the same time, any awesome website, oh my god, this website seems to be very awesome. The layout and all these things are super good. And thinking about that also, even that kind of website can also be done using Bootstrap. So that is the power of Bootstrap. From this to that, everything is possible. Okay, coming back to what Bootstrap does. So let's see some kind of a magic. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first thing, I'm going to write a couple of paragraphs. Okay, 5 paragraphs I will write. Okay, I'll write. And I'm going to put this is, you are watching this in, like that I want for everything. In a small device. Then in an extra small device. Then in a small device. in a medium device, in a large device, and in an extra large device. Mine, I believe it's an extra large device because of the width of the whole thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a few classes, okay, background classes. So now look at this. What I didn't do anything. Like I just created a set of paragraphs. And the first thing, how I will add Bootstrap to this, there is something called as bootstrapcdn.com. Okay, if I go to Bootstrap CDN, I could quickly get into Bootstrap CSS. Okay, so all I need to do is I need to include the Bootstrap CSS and it will become Bootstrap. Boom. So the moment the fonts change, it becomes Bootstrap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this into responsive magic. Magic and all not there, it is logic only, but still let's put it as magic. Okay, now with that being done, I'm just going to put a container. Inside that I'll put a row. Inside that I'll put call 12. Call 12 podnuma. Let me think. Okay, let it be there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all these things inside this. Now you can clearly see that it is actually like a fluid width and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a fluid container so that it is taking up as much as possible. And for margins, top and bottom, margin M, and top and bottom is y-axis, my, and I want like 3 times bigger, so something like that I'm putting, okay, or maybe 2 will be the right thing, so it's going to be perfect. And if I want the text to be aligned center, text center, good. So this is the good thing about Bootstrap. Bootstrap has almost all these classes pre-made for you. So you don't need to remember even the CSS part. So you can concentrate on what you want to create, which is actually an awesome thing, right?
So did you just program inside a class name?
Inside a class name in the sense?
Like class container. Container is a class, right? Class
Container
name.
fluid is a class. my2 is another class. Text center is another class. 3 classes I have used for this div. The reason why I use container, fluid, row, and call 12 is the normal grid system. Okay, and my2 for the y-axis I want some margin because it needs some space. So that's the reason I added my2. Text center, I want all the text to be centrally aligned. That's why I added text center. Paka?
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Super. Okay, now coming back to our documentation. Documentation is where everything you will see. Okay, so the layout, you will see all these things, whichever I told you right now. So you have this container fluid. All these things are responsive fixed width container, and this is a responsive fluid width container. Okay, that is the difference. And now you have all these, anyway, this is something which I wanted to tell. So there is like fluid width, fixed width, and all. And now I wanted to show you something called as alert. Okay, so let's have these alerts. Okay, so all I need to do is I need to copy this alert, primary, secondary, successive, blah blah blah. All these things I can put. Okay, so let me put all these classes here. So this is what I wanted to copy. Not everything needs to be primary class. So I want primary, then a secondary, then there is no tertiary. Don't confuse on that. Success, then warning I want. Success, I'll go with warning and danger. Okay, first I'll go with success. I'll put warning, success, and danger. Okay, perfect. I've got all these things. So we've got this one, right? Now, what I wanted to do is there is something called as responsiveness in the layout. Okay, layout, like utilities for layout, you have got these kind of breakpoints and options, grid system, etc. But for now, I'm just going to concentrate on the display property because yesterday we remember, right? We will be using display block. We saw display block inline. We forgot to see display none. Okay, so none is something which we need to use a lot because what this does is display none will not show you what exactly is happening in the thing. Okay, so we'll make my3 here. Okay, super. Now what I'm going to do now is, first thing, I'll start with the smallest one. Okay, this is the smallest device, right? So here I want everything needs to be not displayed. Okay, so I'll put D none here. Okay, gone. Everything is gone. Now, starting with this, okay, in the small window, I want this to be displayed, but in larger windows, I don't want this to be displayed. So already it is display block. So I'm just going to put display for all the small devices and above. I want none. Okay, this is a responsive class. Responsive class, how they work? You put a display, D for display, then what is the size, then what should be the value, something like that. So D SM none means after this small version, it will not come. From the small, it will not be there. Okay, so basically this should be none, but it should be displayed in the small version for this one. Okay, so DSM block I put. Okay, and then again, once it goes to after SM, it is MD. So DMD none. Okay, so once it goes on to the other breakpoint, it's gonna go none. Okay, that is what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna put all these things for everything, but only with the difference that, so I start with SMMD, then I go with MD LG, then I go with LG XL, and then I go with XL. Then there is nothing called XXL or anything, so I'm just gonna remove this other part. Okay, now I have removed everything. Okay, all these things are removed. Okay, now look at this. Now is the time for magic. Okay, so I'm in this extra small layout. Okay, so if I keep on increasing, look at this. The moment it hits the 575 breakpoint, it's gonna say you're watching this in a small device. The same code, I haven't changed the code. This is the only code I wrote. And going on further to 768, it's gonna say it is you're watching in a medium device like iPad or iPhone. Sorry, iPad or tablet. Let's get rid of all these things now. Okay, let's get rid of this output as well. I'm just going to open this in a big one. Okay, so look at this. It starts with you're watching this in an extra small device. Could be Paregal to Nokia or something like that. Oh, that is not supporting any Windows or sorry web. A old smartphone or a small smartphone. Then you are upgrading your smartphone to a better smartphone. Then again, you're going for a medium size. Again, you're going to a larger size. Then after this, everything is extra large. So this is possible using responsiveness. Based on the width of the content, it is going to show it, and it is completely CSS based. So this is something which I wanted to show you. So this is called, okay, there is something, so many chat messages. Sorry, let me quickly look at it. Width device is like device width, pa. It's not width device. So if you see here, width equal to device width. And the next thing is, okay, Samsung is already into flexible stuffs. Yes, I hate it. The reason is I need to write code for other flexible things as well. Subhendu, I just typed everything in front of you. Yes, I alone only typed. Maharajan asks, why are we using Bootstrap? So Bootstrap is one of the best tools to build responsive designs. So it is always easy for us to like go with Bootstrap rather than reinventing wheel. There are two reasons for it. One, yes, we need to know the basics, but knowing the basics is fine. For to an extent, we will be knowing what exactly we will be doing. So I'll be teaching the basics as well. So when you go to that video list of videos, you'll be able to see how we can do it. And second thing is these people, it has been created by a huge amount of effort, and there are like loads and loads of people who have put on so much effort on this. So looking at that, it is already tried and tested on almost all the devices and other things. So this testing part and all that's been given to the Bootstrap team. So that is the reason. Is Adobe Dreamweaver similar to Bootstrap? You are comparing apples with oranges. Adobe Dreamweaver is a text editor. If you are comparing that with it's an IDE. If you are comparing that with VS Code, then that is a Nyayamana comparison, a fair comparison. Adobe Dreamweaver is a text editor. Bootstrap is a CSS framework. It is a code. It is a tool to write code. So two things. Yes, I can show.
Thanks, Praveen.
Oh, sure. You can see this magic again. This is not actually very good in this one. Okay, let me try in this one. Okay, so if you look at this going on, you can also see this. This is the size of the screen. Okay, so once it hits the 1119 1120 190, okay, 1199 px. After that, it is extra large. The moment it goes down, it is going to large, medium, small, extra small. So something like that. So this is what is happening. So this is for Yohesh Harlaka. Thanks, Praveen. Pranav Vishwanathan. So it's kind of importing a library. Extremely correct. Ritik has actually explained the Adobe Dreamweaver. Yes.
Praveen, we are taking up the doubts in the chat box, so I don't think you need to revisit the chat box again.
Sure.
Like for
Sure.
taking up doubts.
I just wanted to quickly look at if there is anything that I missed or something. Ramya,
Okay.
Bootstrap is open source, which means you can get it for free and you can sell it outside if you want to sell. Okay, so to that level, Bootstrap is free. It is open source. Could you get the for all the links, right? Let me get all these things. So this is the output. First thing, I'll just try to open up a quick VS Code window. Output of magic, source of magic, that is here. This is the Bootstrap website. Then we've got the playlist. Playlist for, what was this again? Playlist for CSS. CSS display, float, and position. It was, I only took that. It will be really nice, very interesting to learn. That's one thing. Then getting the Bootstrap CDN. Okay, now you can spam the link. See, spam the chat. Who knows what is CDN? Okay, fine. Okay, stop writing any comments now.
Content delivery network, Praveen.
Perfect, Maharajan. Yes, it is called content delivery network. It is mainly for people to use the CDN somewhere, like you don't want to have the files downloaded to your computer. You just need to have, okay, faster is one of the main reason. Content delivery network. Yes, Mithun Jain, yes, you are right. If you go to documentation of Bootstrap and type in alerts, all these colors are associated with this class names. Yeah, so content delivery network is very good thing in such that you have like the fastness is there, speed is there. Anyone can use anytime, anywhere, accessible throughout the world without downloading. Thank you, Arasada, Ekavira, Anil Kumar. Thank you. And yeah, so other benefits include, like, for example, how many of you know what is called as HTTP throttling? So this website, right? If this website is refreshed at one point of time, only 8 requests from the same domain can go. Okay, so this domain name is getbootstrap.com. Okay, this getbootstrap.com, there can be only 8 requests at a single point of time. Obviously, if you look at the whole website, there will be like loads of requests will go. So thinking about that, if they have CDN, if they are using a CDN, the website will be different. Like, for example, if you see here, it is stackpath.bootstrapcdn.com or something like that. So if you use that way, the bootstrap, so the browser knows that this is for another domain. This domain is not the same domain as we saw, right? So in that way, it is going to allow more than 8 connections at a single point of time. So that's one of the main reasons. Fast, free, what else? Not free. Free is another crazy thing. Leave the pricing part. It's fast. It can be accessible anywhere, and yeah, it doesn't cost your bandwidth, but the CDN's bandwidth. URL will not change every time. No. And caching, yes, that's okay. Caching, so it is extremely fast. The moment you download this once, so let's say there are 5 websites you are watching. Okay, one is this Bootstrap CDN website, then there is getbootstrap.com website, and there is my website, praveen.science. All these websites contain Bootstrap. Okay, everything is based on Bootstrap. Everything is connecting to the same CDN. Okay, so the bootstrapcdn.com, so that you need to download only once. So if you have a slow internet connection, first you are opening Bootstrap website, it downloads slowly, everything is coming in. And then if you try to open my website, you don't need to re-download Bootstrap CSS to display my website. It has already been downloaded and saved it into the cache. For Windows user, it is temporary internet files. For others, it is there in the cache. Okay, so caching is really a good point in here, and that's about CDN. Okay, so Bootstrap CDN is here. Source code of this magic path. Then this is the output of magic, which you can open the same link. Okay, the same link you can open in your phone, you can open in your tablet, everywhere. Using a CDN is free from wherever you can use. You don't need a domain or anything. It's just that if you need to host your application, at that point of time you need a domain. Even for that, I have given a solution as well. Number one, if you really need a domain, get the student developer pack, get the education pack, GitHub education pack. In that you have literally everything. 3 domains you can buy at the same time. Second thing is, if you want a server, DigitalOcean is giving free server, $100 worth and 750 hours worth. AWS is giving server, 750 hours of runtime. So 1 year you have only 720 hours, 720 days, something like that. So you don't need to buy at all. You don't need to spend a penny at all. And moreover, if you want a free domain, always use codesandbox.io. Then there is some other sites where you can just create a sandbox and you get a shorter domain, which is actually good. And for my shopping cart thing, remember? So where is the shopping cart helper? Okay, let me try YouTube shopping. Yeah, so this one, I recently took this one, right? So let me also put this one. Okay, so for the shopping cart helper, I guess I have used the CSB thing. Let me go to this one or this one. There should be somewhere it should say the link. No, I can't find it. So React shopping cart helper. And if I open this one, this is the GitHub repository. Look at this. This is cool, right? Like small site where I can open it with my mobile. All I need to do is this one and go click on the next part. Got it, done. So that works. So yeah, you can use Code Sandbox for this. In case if you are interested about this, it is here. Right. Any other questions? All the links are here in the chat box. Please make a note of it. And yeah, so whoever has not connected with me on LinkedIn, again, this is my LinkedIn address. So please give me a request on LinkedIn. And finally, if you, okay, I'll just put a copy of all these things. Again, I'll put it in a different way. Oh, I guess something actually happened very badly. Okay, so we did all these things and we had these files as well, right? So these are the 4. Fix this file, right? Fix this file. 1, 2, three. Okay. So the first one is video of React shopping cart helper. Then this is source code. Source. This is demo. And finally, for those who haven't connected with me, connect with me. Okay. So it was really nice meeting you all. And any other questions? Yeah, please ask me on LinkedIn. I am accepting all the connection requests. And in case of anything, don't feel free to reach out to Neil as well. So he will be telling me if there is anything, or Neil or Ansh or anyone like Aditi from the team, right? Where's Manav? Okay, he's missing. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Super.
sorry, I was muted. I'm speaking. He's missing. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, he's missing. Okay. It was great talking to you all. Just a quick. I can wait for another 1 or 2 minutes. Quick feedback on today's session. Go on. Hit the chat button.
You can unmute yourself also. I think it'll be better
Yeah.
if you could hear
Whoever
your
wants
voice.
to unmute and say something, that's great as well.
I mean, honestly, today only I come to know the advantage of Bootstrap. People used to say Bootstrap, Bootstrap. I don't know what it is. Today only I come to know.
Awesome. Thanks.
Welcome.
Vatsal, unfortunately, I'm at work. Vatsal, I need to go to another meeting as well. That is the main reason. Thanks a lot.
Saturday again.
Yeah. Saturday, 1.5 hours or 2 hour session, we will see. Let me see quickly. So for so much love, I can also make it as 2 hours session as well. So let's make it 2 hours session, Manav. Sorry, Neil.
Done. I'm
Done,
ready
okay.
anytime to have you for 3 hours also, but
I'm happy to do it 3 hours as well if you want it. So
Yeah,
how
but
many
students
of you
should-
said 3 hours? Then yes, okay, I'll go for it. Awesome. Okay, 3 hours, everyone.
Oh my God.
I need to be
4.5 hours.
4.5 hours. Yarra adu?
Praveen. Oh, it's Praveen telling Praveen to do 4.5 hours. Okay.
Praveen itself. Sorry, I'll think about that then. No, I have to be alive for 4.5 hours in that case. All right.
Exactly.
I'm so happy. Look at that, Aditya.
Yes, Aditya. We'll definitely work on that also. We'll do a hackathon for 24 hours and we'll definitely call Praveen also. But he will be participating in the hackathon, not, I mean, he can mentor us in the hackathon, not participate though.
Yeah, but I thought we were doing something like that, right? Do you remember,
Yes.
Neil?
Yes.
So when is Eddie coming?
Eddie's coming on 16th. I think even you're coming with Eddie, right? I already booked your calendar.
I don't know. I have to actually get that session.
I booked your
Mithun,
calendar.
yes,
I think.
Mithun. Unfortunately, the reason why I'm going so quick is the time. So we've got only 30 minutes, and I thought let's rush it. I know that this can take longer. That's the reason I have requested Neil to record everything, and you can actually play back in YouTube very slowly. So all these things are recorded. Also, it is in the high quality now, so you can pause it and play and see that way. So that way we can do.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Raghavi, due to my work pressure, I have got only this small amount of time. Even now, I have asked my manager to wait. He's actually pinging me, so I need to leave. Right. Awesome. That was so good. And for those people who has, no, Mithun, I'm not a sports person. For those people who have not connected with me, don't forget to give me a connection request. I'm also gonna quickly paste all those links that we copied. And hey, bro, I will send this links in WhatsApp for you. Do you want to send this to their emails or something like that?
Yes, you can send it. I mean, emails will be a little bit too much for us to also send. We'll shoot it out on all the WhatsApp groups. I think
Whatever
everybody's
it
there.
is, whether you want to copy it and paste it on your WhatsApp group or something
Okay,
like
these
that.
links, we already saved these links. Ansh already did the great job of saving all these links together. We'll send out all these links by tomorrow morning. Once I upload the video on YouTube, I'll send out everything on.
Awesome, man. Okay, let me know once you upload it on YouTube and send me also the previous taste links. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Tata
I'll send
guys.
you the other 2 days.
Thank you so much and have a nice day and see you all. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Praveen,
See you
for
guys.
giving us time. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anytime. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye, Praveen. See you soon.
Okay, so guys, I guess that's it for today, and we
We
hope
hope
that
you
you
had
understood
fun.
something more. Yeah.
Anything you guys want to say, or you guys can. I mean, the people have anyway
Yeah.
started leaving, but still,
Yeah, you guys are
for
free
me,
to
like,
leave, but if there's anything that you want to say or you want to share, are you really learning something? Like, do you, see a change or something?
you're welcome, Yogesh. I'm so happy. Yeah, tomorrow's doubt session is at the same time. Akhilesh, it's at
Okay.
7:45.
Neil. Are you sure about the doubt session? I guess we have something tomorrow. You remember?
Tomorrow? What do we have tomorrow? Don't scare me.
Something
Okay.
related to new ones. So we'll see about the doubt session. Okay, we'll let you guys know in WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay. So
That's
till then,
perfect.
what?
That's amazing,
Yeah. So
Yogesh.
doubt session is always the doubt form is always available. You can fill your doubts in there. We'll respond to most of them.
Yeah, and we are open on WhatsApp the entire day. I mean, like, we don't have anything to do. Like, so just shoot out doubts. We'll help you out. Trying to last 3 days was hectic schedule tomorrow. Okay. Yes, Pratham. Yes, you can go through all the 3 videos. The first one is like 2 hours, I guess. Apart from that, all the other three are short for just half an hour.
Okay, guys.
So I think strength has started decreasing. So
Yeah.
I'll
That's one thing that I wanted to say. Okay, guys, if you have your friends, if you have any contact with them, kindly let us know if there's a problem or something, because the strength is decreasing day by day. So we would love to get a feedback from you guys. Yeah, we are second years, Sweta.
yeah, we are all in second year.
Yeah, everyone that you see as a senior here will be a second year.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
Google 30-day
Yes.
Cloud had a orientation program. TSC. That's what even we do. No one's attending class seriously. Don't worry.
Okay, so guys, I guess that's it for today. All right.
Yeah.
If
So
you
I
don't have
think
any more
I'll.
doubts, okay. So we'll sign off then.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
Good night.
guys. Good night,
See you
guys.
tomorrow.
Bye.